a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 180. 54 miles. I'm coming. 8.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
What's that? 180. Check. Walk 54. Walk 8. Get him.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action now, Winston. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We got this.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Let's set a tone. We go even. What? Quick.
To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Watch the run. Mike 42.
Here's Winston. He's got Evans. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down throw for Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Running it here, Artis Payne. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check green.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Right to the 3. Great. Express. Motion.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Flip it. Pass.
Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Buccaneers, nothing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 59 yards for him on the ground.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Winston. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 37-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I smell fear in that offense. Gun.
Now Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. 22, Jack, cover. 22, Jack, cover. 25. 20. Patchy. Check 24. Check 24. 8.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On the ground, Ellington. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd and 9, Winston finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go again. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Throwing again, Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the 50, Newton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Winston. And Winston lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Newton now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Now Newton on first down. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You ain't going nowhere. Check three, check three, check three.
Now Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Strike me. Go ahead. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, stop. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Mike 42. Mike 42.
Now Ellington. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
And it's third down.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Here we go. Step 180. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, check. 8.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch safety creep. Gun. Safety's creeping.
Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. On the ground, McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch his flat. Check. Lucky. 8. Big gap. Shot 20.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Switch. Hey, alert 3.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's go. Check nickel.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 20. Tight right.
Third and 2, Newton. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Winston now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Room here to run. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Mike 59. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike, check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Okay, ready to 8. Check 45 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Scarlett. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They turn to Scarlett again, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Artis Payne, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Good.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Winston. Able to shake him off. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Panthers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.